Hey, thanks for joining me. Thank you also, Barb, for this suggestion, the word breathe. I appreciate your suggestion. I'm going to go through and do as many as I can here, depending on time. So I have my pencil and my paper, and I'm kind of deciding which way I would like this to go. This is a blemish sugarstone with pink acrylic and some dragonfly glaze on top. So just to work on spacing here, since we're just starting out and starting with basics, I'm going to trace this rock. And I'm going through here and making a notation about where the blemish is, just because I don't want to write in that part. And then I'm going to start lettering. Doing it on paper gives me a very good idea of my spacing. Am I writing too big? I can erase here where I can't really do that on the rock and be successful with a pen. I would have to start over. So pencil first is always a good idea. Of course, you can do this directly on your rock, but you really wouldn't see that, so I'm doing it this way. This is a very good way to start lettering when you're realizing where your lines are supposed to go. You can kind of line it out just like I'm doing right now to show you, and then you can go from here and trace it in. And there's an up close. Those are all the double lines are the ones that we're going to make darker. So my pen is Posca 1MR. The R makes the difference, all the difference in the world. This is my very favorite lettering pen. Just making sure that this works. I'm going to go bare on rock since we practiced on our paper. And it's not going to be exact, and that's okay too. As you do this, you grow. As you grow, you evolve, and as you evolve, your style becomes a little bit different, and you find some new ways to do some letters by mistake or on purpose, and it's really kind of cool to watch it evolve. So make sure you take pictures of your work so you can see how far you've come. So because the camera is in my face, I don't have a super good eye shot of what I'm doing here. Usually it's a lot closer to my face, so I made that thin line a little too thick. So I just went through and followed through and went back on that line. If you do this too, it's not a big deal. You improvise and you go along with it. So all of my downstrokes are going to be thicker. All of where my pen is going in an upward motion is going to be thinner. Of course, I can leave those and not go over them as to not make them so thick. But I find that if you do a light trace of your existing line, it's a little bit bolder and it's nice. So see, I started that T at the bottom. That's because I don't want to start it at the top and come all the way down and go, hey, that's not in the right spot. Of course, if I was using a pencil here, that would not be a problem. But again, on this pink, you're not going to be able to see it so much, so I'm just kind of winging it. So I'm going to do a little loop-de-loop. I don't know what those things are called, but I just end up calling them loop-de-loops. Sorry about the pen angle here. This pen is acting a little funky, and if I'm doing it on an angle, it likes to be up and down. This one's well used, well seasoned. So the word breathe also, I see a lot of people do the word breathe and don't put the E on the end, and that word is breath. So don't forget your E at the end when you're doing this. Just fixing this up here a little bit. On my skinny lines, I don't want to go over to them too much or spend a lot of time on them, because then all of a sudden they become thick. And here it is. Breathe, happy, fun. You can do this. All you have to do is practice. Have fun.